Alright, welcome back all to Crusader Kings II. For those who are basically joining at this point, I'm actually starting a new game of Crusader Kings II. Basically because I put the difficulty to very hard with the Norse when I basically started out in 769. And that's just a little bit too hard, I think. And besides that, there's like a bunch of other issues that are basically happening, like the Saxons not being conquered. And, well, it's just basically throwing me off quite a bit, which shouldn't happen in this game. But anyhow, basically I set the difficulty to be hard now, and essentially what these difficulty modifiers do, they basically change how your, basically the enemy will act in comparison to you. So basically they get modifiers to help them out. On very hard, which I had at, they basically give you a negative malice for your morale, and then they make a ridiculous one for the AI, so they become ridiculously hard as a result. So I'm just going to put it back down to hard here, and we're going to start a new game. In the Viking Age. So by the middle of the 9th century, the Norse raiders and adventurers known as the Vikings had already begun to set their indelible mark on the map of Europe, establishing realms in Russia, the British Isles, and traveling and raiding as far as the Black Sea and Mediterranean. The Carling rulers, the saying of Charlemagne, ruled mighty realms in France, Germany, and Italy, while the Muslim relations was now firmly established in Spain under the Umayyads. The Byzantine Emperor held on, though suffering under increasing pressure from the Caliphate and the Bulgarians. West of the fractured steppes, the Magyars were poised to make their claim on the Carpathian Basin. Islam was spreading rapidly in Persia, under rulers such as Safavids, and had penetrated into the Indus Valley, very east to Hindu Prataria dynasty was expanding. Alright, it's basically, in like, 867, the Vikings are basically, a scourge of Europe, so to speak. And essentially what's happening here, you have like the Germanic tribes of like the Vikings and such raiding like all over the place. And on top of that, they've actually, in here in Jorvik, they've actually established a realm here. They've established a realm here in the Ireland. If you go down here, there's a Viking over here somewhere. Somewhere there's a Viking. And basically there's going to be a Viking who's just going to kick ass over here. There's also Vikings out and about in the middle of nowhere in these like, yeah, here's a Viking right here. There's basically Vikings out in like these different places of like, the steppes, and they cause trouble as well. But anyhow, basically in 867, the map has changed quite a bit from basically when it was in 769. So here's 769, you got, Francia, and, this is still a mess, this is still a mess, but Francia and Middle Francia is sort of seeing there. Lombardy is right there. Go to 867. Then you have like Italy. You have Aquitaine, West Francia, La Farangia, East Francia. Basically a whole lot of different countries. And now we're basically just going to jump in here. So I'm thinking that at this point, I already played a little bit with like the Norse up here, and I think this is sort of keep it different. We're going to maybe jump into a Catholic nation. And usually a good one to jump into is one of the Irish nations over here. Like one of these guys. So I'll note in the Irish, the Ireland Isle over here, in the British Isles, you basically have one duke. You have the very powerful Norse who are right there. And then everyone else is the Irish all around. And also note, by the way, down here it says something, how the little piglets would grunt if they knew how the old boar suffered. So basically, this little text down here, I'll let you guys read it, but basically, at the start of the game, there's actually going to be a whole lot of movement from, like, the Norse. They're going to be, like, invading, like, over here, over in Brittany, area quite a bit. They'll be invading in Norway quite a bit. There's basically going to be a whole lot of Norse activity, and one of the big things is that we're probably going to see Northumbria here, like, completely collapse to Norse raiders right at the beginning. So lots of stuff is going to happen. But anyhow, I want to basically start out as an Irish nation. So I think we'll jump in with this guy. And I'm actually going to try and do this properly. So we're going to be Irish. I'm going to basically change my stuff around here a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Let's go coat of arms. Let's make a very interesting coat of arms. So basically the Irish, they can like change around their emblems a little bit. I'm not going to do this a whole lot like I did the first episode, but sure, let's go with this. That looks fine. If I want to, I can change around the type of layout too. Plain's fine. Alright, so first things first, I didn't really do this last time, but let's put Davian and Fuxa. This will actually make it so my dynasty will be called the Fuxa Dynasty. We're going to basically be Catholic because the Irish are Catholic. I could be Norse here if I want to, but that'd be kind of dangerous, I think. And we're basically just going to go with the sort of plan I had before with, like, you know, Mastermind Theologian. I'm basically going to add a whole lot of traits that I basically said I had. I can't remember what they all are. I think I threw away the paper. I might actually have that around, actually. So, for those who didn't really watch the other episode, I basically had like this little list of like traits that I basically gave myself. That's not it. Those aren't it. Here we go. Yes, rooting around my garbage can is what I'm doing right now. And essentially, I gave myself a whole lot of traits to basically relate to me, and I didn't really do it right with like the first one. That's another thing I didn't really like. I did a whole lot of mistakes in like my first playthrough of this. But anyhow, Lisp, Temperate, and these traits I basically put in like sort of represent me as a whole, I guess. I'll say. Charitable. Where's Honest? Honest, where are you? Honest. Shy. Arbitrary. Cynical. Trusting. Content. So right, there's like a whole lot of traits. There's my character, there's my dynasty, there's my age. So hopefully I'll do this right this time. Basically, in the game I'll be the Fuxa Dynasty right here. I'll be Catholic. And basically we're going to watch a whole lot of action happen over here. And by the way, this is also sort of symbolic because it's very possible that my background might be Irish if you are basically coming in from like the other one. And blah blah, there's a welcome to Crusader Kings II. So, Irish. I'm basically an Irish Catholic chief. Basically, I guess we're a tribal over here. That sounds odd. I thought I had castles at this point in time. Nope, we have tribal, okay. I guess they changed around the game recently. They used to be that these were all castles at this point in time, but I guess they downgraded them a little bit so that they weren't castles. That means I can raid people, but, you know, whatever. Alright, let's put in a few things here. I'm going to be a warrior. I need to, you know, get my war stuff up. Now, I'll note that when you basically start a character sort of like this, you have to basically appoint a whole lot of counselors and such. You're a new ruler and no one likes you. Why do you hate me so much? Whatever, don't care, just go right there. You hit me less, good. Okay, so let's see, a short range title claimant. Okay, so this guy has a title claim on me, apparently. And he's ambitious, so he hates me for a whole lot of reasons. Alright, so there's my guy set up. Now, basically, sort of at the start here, I'm going to be just sort of focusing on basically capturing nearby like little counties here if possible. I start off with not the greatest army, I guess. Though compared to these guys, I'm not terrible. That's good. Now, these guys don't have allies at this point in time yet, but this guy has children. And this guy has children. Alright, so we're going to go like this first. And just start fabricating a claim right there. I'll start training troops right here. Build legend. We're going to study technology out. Apparently I can study for the boat technology over here in the Norse lands if I want to. Let's do that. You know, we'll try and steal their boat technology. And let's go here. Alright, so there's like, you know, that's all set up. That's fine. My heir is currently on my court champlain. That's something I have to basically worry about. Basically, I don't have any like person to you know, carry on my lineage, so I basically have to marry right away. I could marry a princess of Francia from King Nabald here. She's not a bad pickup. There's also these other princesses here of West Francia. There's a whole lot of princesses from West Francia, as you can see. But let's go with someone who's already of age, I guess. So we'll try and marry her. And ambition. I could try and form the King of Ireland, but let's just try and get married first. For some easy prestige, because I'm about to get married. Alright, so basically there's going to be a whole lot of action right to start. Basically, Northumbria here, they start off a war with two of the Norse invaders, so to speak. They have this guy right here who they've gotten the war with. They're Jorvik. And then they're also at war with these guys over here. And these guys start off with massive armies. So basically this guy's got a massive army of like a whole lot of guys apparently. They should have massive armies. Well, they have big enough armies. They're probably going to trounce Northumbria here quite easily. Or not. I don't know why. But it seems like there's been a lot of changes. It used to be that there's a whole lot of Norse around. Okay, so here's the Norse guy here. This guy should have a big army. Alright, I get that. But basically, these guys should have big armies. I'll say that, you know. They've been updating the game, I guess, quite a bit. So, you know, some stuff seems odd to me. Okay, so I can get some prestige, or I can get some wealth here. I think we'll go with wealth for the moment. And now I'm basically married to this guy's daughter, so he's now my ally. There's me right there. He's my ally, King of Francia. West Francia. Alright, got married, so new ambition. Let's have a son. Hey, look at that. I'm also the ally to King of Aquitaine too. So I got two allies from that person right there. Whoa, look at that. He already picked up some technology for me. Good going. So yeah, right now I'm taking the technology from here. Now, it's worth knowing that this guy right here, Fairhair, he is going to go and invading everyone around him initially. That's just basically how this guy's set up, Fairhair. He'll form the King of Norway very easily. And wow, this is already achieved. Okay, use it. I already achieved the claim on this guy right next to me. So now I've got a claim on this guy. And peace will be proposed that King Louis the Stamina and okay, he wants to basically marry my courtier. Okay, go for it. You can take my courtier, I don't mind. And Scotland wants to marry off one of my courtiers. Okay, I'm fine with that. They can take my courtiers. And look at that. I got myself a nice little army. Oh wait, this is a religious army. Damn it. I can't do anything with Zealots just yet. Unless I go after these guys, which would be stupid right now. So we're just going to disband these guys. Essentially at the start of the game, I'll be invading all over here in Ireland when I get the chance. Blah, blah, blah. There we go, a small army of warriors. Now these guys might keep. Basically, I should have a big enough army if I'm lucky to crush this guy. Once I get, you know, a little bit more troops stored up. Now, I've only got a small grace period before these guys get fed up with, like, you know, staying around. But I'm going to declare war on this guy pretty soon. Wow, technology. Alright, let's see here. Apparently I can get this technology for some reason. Works for me. Let's see here. I'm actually not going to get anything just yet. It's worth knowing that these provinces I'm starting off with are not, you know, the greatest in Ireland. The great ones here is Dublin. But it's currently being occupied, so we might just save up our technology for a little bit until I come over here to Dublin. So you're attacking East Anglia, and you're attacking Northumbria. This guy right here. It's worth knowing, by the way, that this guy, he's actually part of this kingdom up here. So it's a little bit hard to hit Dublin right away. What are you up to? So you're attacking someone in the conquest of someone. You actually have an army? Oh, look at that, he got an army. So now he's got an actual army to attack people with. And yeah, he's stronger than everyone else. So there's this guy's army popping up. Basically, the Norse are going to go roughshod everywhere they can. I'll also note, by the way, that eventually you've got over here some action happening as well. The Magyars here, they'll eventually start attacking people. He's basically already attacking Bulgaria, the Magyars, and they'll basically form Hungary eventually. So lots of actions can be happening initially. I think on July 3rd I'll start attacking people. Okay, good. Go right there, start forming a claim. Alright, so this guy's got dismayed troops. I've got, you know, a fair amount. Let's just go declare war on him now. He has no allies at the moment, and this is a good time to basically hit him. Before he gets allies. I've got 900 guys. Because, you know, I got the guys who just popped in. I could call West Francia over to help me, or I could call Aquitaine, but we don't really need their help just yet, I don't think, for this little war. I should have the advantage of, you know, taking him out. He starts off with negative morale malus because he just, you know, gives his troops. The Irish are having their babies because we're Irish. Oh yeah, we're ripping these guys to shreds. So excellent. I'll send my guys to crush his army. Crush him. Yeah, we're just gonna keep chasing this guy around. And around. And around. There we go, we crushed his army. So now he's got nothing left. Easy conquest is easy conquest. I got really lucky with this army popping up this time around. So let's see here. Northumbria, they're getting their asses kicked, I assumed. 50%, 15%. It's actually really fun to start with the Norse in this day and age. With this guy, you have this, like, you know, he's just going to conquer everyone he can in Norway. You're already helping out with Northumberland because you're a Norse and you like to help out a Norse. The Magyars are just invading whoever they want to. I've got a negative monthly expense here because all the guys I'm holding up, but whatever. Oh, I got a daughter. Or no, that's my courtier. Never mind. Oh, I got a daughter. Alright, so let's call you Mary. Because I feel like calling you Mary. Alright, looks like we've got 99% war score on this guy, but I don't have the troops to go through his church. So this is one bad thing. I actually need to get more troops. Which I don't have access to. Now, it's possible I might be getting, you know, war score from the fact I occupied him here. So it might go my favor, just because I'm holding his castle. We'll see. Oh, look at that. He decided to pop out an army. This will get me an easy war score, so... we get to 100 war score, and boom, now I can capture this place. So you usurped that title from him. That's now my area. And if I want to, I can form a duchy called the Duchy Munster, or Mumu once it's basically formed. That'll cost a little money to build, so I can't really get this yet, but eventually I'll be able to get it. So these guys are right here. I might want to go after these guys. Yeah, let's actually start capturing these guys' lands as possible. And these guys can go away. Now, something I really would like would be to get shipbuilding, because then I could start raiding like the Muslims. But we're a little bit off from that for the moment. You are excellent, man. Good job. Use it. So we got a claim on Osreg over here. I could start going after him right away, but I'm not sure that'd be wise. Do you have an army? He does have an army somewhere. It's just a very small army. Yeah, Northumbrian's probably about to collapse to Jorvik here. Usually this happens right at the start. Jorvik takes a nice chunk of Northumbria over here. This guy also expands quite a bit. He's going after everyone he can right at the beginning. Now he's got a little small army, but whatever. I think one of these guys is a duchy, so yeah, he actually is like the duchy of all this stuff over here. So if he takes this like one little spot, he should take all these titles. Yep, there goes Jorvik taking Northumbria over here. And there's like a little bit over here to fend off. Maybe he'll be able to fend off the you know, the other guys as well. There's this guy's army running away. At the start of the game, a lot of people will come over to join these guys and like just attacking these guys over here. They'll try. Don't know if they'll succeed in like helping, but they'll try and help. Alright, you can go fabricate claims on Lagan. Now, note by the way, there's always a lot of revolts over here in Lotharingria, quite a bit of the time. Lotharingria usually didn't collapse, you know, or it collapsed historically, so... Wow, that's a lot of stuff to be fighting. Defending, defending, defending. I can see this guy conquering all this area over here. By the way, this guy who's conquering right now, this Norse, right now he's actually like the precursor to the Normans, I think it is. So this guy forms like, you know, the Norman culture. Basically the guys who I think eventually come to invade England. Revolt, revolt, revolt. Madgar is getting crushed apparently. That's odd. Usually this guy is capable of taking out Volcaria very easily. You apparently held off the Madgars. That's amazing. And Madgar's getting crushed. Well, we won't see Hungary farm very easily, I guess. Blah blah. I can get Gregarious, Prestige, make people hate me. I like the idea of getting Prestige and Gregarious. So I got Gregarious, which means I'm no longer shy. Extra diplomacy for me. Hex Knights have participated in my tournament. Together, blah blah. Sadly, one of them gets injured. So I can get Piety or I can get Prestige. Lost right here. Usually I go for Prestige because that's a little bit easier to replenish as the Irish right here. Why not? We're going to go into my court here, I think. Or actually, these guys right here. I'm going to start giving these guys out titles and such. So let's go. This guy, I'll give you High Almoner. I'll give you a title. Not that one. I don't want him killing me. Let's give you Master of the Horse. Cupbearer. And who would be the best guy in my realm to be like a regent if he's to take over? I could make you, my wife the regent. Whee! She's not a regent. So if I die, she takes over as the rulership. Oh, look at that. Nance took over that right there. And this guy's out and about, probably, you know, just revolting and being a dick to his king or duke. Yeah, it's very possible this guy will probably win.